Now, quick throw there going to be batted away and incomplete. Antonio Johnson breaks up the throw.
It leads to 2nd and
10. 2nd and 10. Now Allen. Hit as he throws there, incomplete.
Part of what we're seeing so far is the defense is certainly coordinated. Both levels doing their jobs in tandem. The back helping the front helping the back. The pressure got home on that last play and forced him to try and throw through contact and short of the sticks.
And now we're going to get a timeout called by the Washington defense. They'll have 2 remaining as we step aside here in this first quarter. Now they face a 3rd and 10 after back-to-back incompletions. Here's Allen to throw it. Over the middle, and there's a diving catch. A first down and then some. 36 yards.
It's got to feel good to hit on one of these in the first quarter of a brand-new season. They're hoping this duo can really make some noise this year. And this is a great start. A big play here early in the ball game.
And he's going to be met at the line of scrimmage and taken down. Andre Cisco there on the stop. They work now on 2nd and 9.
2nd and 9. At the Commanders' 16-yard line.
To throw, it's Allen. Right side, he has Johnston. And out of bounds all the way down at the 3. A nice pickup of 14, and it moves the stick, sets up a 1st and goal. This is shaping up to be a really nice-looking drive to get the season underway here.
And how long do you think that they actually have been plotting?
And across the goal line, into the end zone, touchdown 49ers. Saquon Barkley taking it in from 2 yards out. And the 49ers are able to match the opening drive touchdown against them with one of their own. Aubrey good with a PAT. And we are tied at 7. Each team's had it. Each team has scored. 7-7 here as the kick's away. Unable to corral him. He fights through. And they got to be pleased with this. He brings it all the way up to the 40-yard line.
Well, that return gives them a golden opportunity to go out in front. How will the defense respond after giving up that type of a return?
Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Perfect start to the season on their first drive last time out, able to find the end zone. Now we'll see if they can make it 2 for 2 here in week 1. Off the play fake, it's Williams. He'll get this complete to Matthew Golden. Touchdown, Washington! Matthew Golden, 49 yards. And Washington has taken the lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that makes the score 14-7. The kickoff unit as they run up and send this one away. And makes it across the 20 as his guys will set up shop at the 23-yard line. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. They were successful last time finding the end zone on their opening drive of the season. And they'll get another shot here with 1st and 10. And he's taken down but able to slip across the 35. Through one quarter, 14-7 our score.
First down. A gain of 15.
The 49ers with the football here to begin the second quarter, as they've got it with a 1st and 10. Here's Allen. And he'll get this underneath, dropping it off for Barkley. And he'll be taken down, but not before he works it past the 50. 15 more yards there, and quickly another 1st down.
We can talk all we want about football being a game of strength and brawn. It's also a game of mismatches, and they're trying to create one there, getting it to their back out of the backfield to make a bigger play.
As we often say, get it to him in space, let him use his leg.
Yeah, if he can get a matchup against a linebacker or maybe a defensive end dropping out in a zone blitz, he's going to win that battle just about every time.
And he is out of bounds inside the 35. Back-to-back nice gains. That one for 14 yards and another 1st.
Well, it certainly doesn't matter if it's been through the air like on this play or on the ground. I don't know what's going on with this defense. In a sense, they've been AWOL on this drive so far. 3 plays, 3 first downs given up. They've got to find answers, and they've got to find them quick.
Throwing now is Allen. That's to Warren, his tight end. And across the chalk, into the end zone. It's a 49er touchdown. Tyler Warren, 32 yards. And the 49ers are within an extra point of tying up this ball game. Aubrey now for the PAT. And we've got a good one brewing. We're all knotted up at 14. This one tied at 14 now as he sends this one away. Oh, good-looking return set up here. And he'll have this past the 30 prior to going out of bounds. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. Touchdowns on back-to-back drives, so a very good flow right now offensively.
Hard to slow them down, too, because they are locked in. Feel like the offense coordinator's a little bit ahead of the defensive guys right now. They're beating them to the punch with their play calls. They've got a nice rhythm they're locked into. How can the defensive guys come up with something that'll disrupt that flow? That's what they're seeking right now.
Well, it's been an exciting sequence to watch. And that is incomplete. A lot of force bearing down on him there. He could not hang on. It's 3rd down.
And, partner, to me, that one was all about timing. If he's there too early, it's going to be a pass interference call. If he's too late, it's a completed pass. He was Johnny on the spot on that one.
So the failure to connect on 2nd down, that leaves him staring up here at a 3rd and 8. Able to find the open man. That's complete. Down the sideline he goes. And he's going to be out of bounds here all the way down inside the 10. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal.
He's already got 1 touchdown this first half already. That very nearly was a 2nd. Defensively, they're going to have to figure something out because he's been able to outrun the defenders early and often so far.
They'll run here with Henderson. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Trevion Henderson, an 8-yard touchdown run. And Washington has taken the lead. Gonzalez able to tackle on the PAT. And the lead is now 21-14.
49ers 14.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. Here we go on the return from the 1-yard line. And a nice return sets him up pretty good here right at the 30-yard line.
30-yard line.
The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. They'll look for a drive to tie this up. Down 21-14 as they have it 1st and 10. And a missed tackle there as he pushes forward for a gain of 4. Line of scrimmage, the 24. This is 2nd and 6.
2nd and 6.
Allen going to throw. That's caught right side. It's Warren. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. He had the touchdown earlier. This one's going to get him a 1st down.
A lot of tight ends just use their size and their strength, try to occupy some space and kind of body people away and catch the football. But not this guy. He's a refined route runner. Makes me wonder if he took some dance classes in his background with his footwork.
Allen now looks to throw. This one goes out wide for Barkley. And he'll go out of bounds right around the 40.
Just about every quarterback is trained to really look downfield first before you come back and make a nice, safe throw. And in this case, that's exactly what he did. Found his running back, let him create some space. It turned out to be a nice play for the offense.
The Commanders going to use the 2nd of their timeouts. So that means they're down to 1 remaining here as we head toward halftime. Barkley, toss play left. The 2nd down play results in a loss of 2 yards.
That's a really alert defense there because they saw the heavy look come in from the offense, countered it with extra linebackers who brought a little bit of speed and heft, and able to really make a big-time play for their defense.
Now this time, Allen will throw. Work in the middle of the field, and he's got a man complete. The Niners passing game in sync now. They've got another 1st down.
Good strong throw and catch right there. And so far in this game, the alleys have been open for them to get completions, and they're taking advantage of it.
Now Allen. Throwing middle, but it's incomplete.
His back has been a dependable safety valve all game, so he went back to him when his first read was covered. Just unable to connect, so the play results in no gain.
Here's 2nd and 10. To the air, Allen. And he's going to be taken down. Pressure gets there back at the 39-yard line. That winds up pushing him back 11 yards on the sack. And that'll bring up 3rd. A long way to go here on 3rd down for the 8th play of the drive. Laundry on the field. This is going to be a false start on the offense.
Sometimes you have to slow things down a little bit when things get heated. The cadence has to be slow and deliberate at times to make sure your team's ready to go.
So the false start certainly doesn't help matters as they'll try again now. 3rd and long. Looking to throw. Allen. And that is incomplete. Oh, he had a defender right there with him to force that to the ground. And 4th down now coming up.
Well, no one likes to see that drop, but I'll guarantee it's not going to stop his quarterback from going back to him anytime he has open space.
So on trots the field goal unit, and wow, this is going to be a challenge here. And this will be spotted on the other side of the field. It's a 61-yard attempt. And this will split the uprights. It's right down the middle. Well, Charles, the NFL record is 66 yards. That was 5 shy of that, but only a handful of guys have ever connected from 61 or deeper, and he can add his name to the list.
Yeah, more and more guys are trying it. That doesn't mean the success rate has gone up. That is a long kick. Guaranteed, when he turns on his phone after the game, a ton of congratulatory texts will be awaiting him.
And he'll go down as this drive will start at the 25-yard line. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. Looking to throw is Williams. It's incomplete. Took a shot, couldn't connect.
Oh, that's some good closing speed there defensively because that looked open for a minute. But that's great work with the ball in the air. Never gave up, converged on his man, and broke the play up.
So the incompletion, and now it's 2nd and 10, again from the 25-yard line. From the shotgun, a throw for Williams. Now he's going to step up and run. And he'll take this to the other side of midfield before going out of bounds. Big yardage there on the scramble. It gets him a first down.
Well, here's your first example of how this guy can beat you in more ways than one because they took away his arm. But he was more than happy to dissect them with his legs for that first down pickup.
To throw, it's Williams. That's caught downfield. It's Golden. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Now whistles and a timeout with 3 seconds left in the first half. So 3 seconds here remain in the half on as the field goal unit to see about getting 3 points. Gonzalez's kick is good, and that will do it for this first half. Time for a break. We've hit halftime. 2 quarters down, 2 still remain. We step aside. This is the NFL on EA Sports. We'll see if Week 1 fatigue becomes any kind of a factor as we are back underway in the second half. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The 49er offense set to get this drive underway. This offense, Charles, had a strong first half throwing the football, at least in terms of yardage, but that hasn't translated so far on the scoreboard as they begin the third quarter here, trailing and looking for a little momentum.
Yeah, you're right about that because, let's face it, in the first half, most of their focus was in the passing game. And to their credit, resulted in a healthy amount of yardage. So I would think that at halftime, they're going to anticipate that defense loosening up a little bit to try to cover the passing lanes. They've got to get the running game going, and there should be some gaps to run through now.
3rd down and 13.
3rd and 13.
Back to throw. Allen. Allen going to run with it. And he's got this almost to the 40 before going out. Josh Allen, very athletic at 6'5", showing the versatility, picking up the first on the scramble.
1st and 10 at the 39-yard line.
319.
Looking to throw. Allen. Down the field, he's got one. And he makes it all the way down to the 19. A big play there for the Niners. 43 yards.
Let's just call it as we just saw it right there, a breakdown defensively. Seems like no one went with the tight end, and no one really did. Had all sorts of space in the middle of the field. Yeah, everyone else was covered, but he was not. Big play results.
From the gun, it's Allen. Now he'll tuck this and run. And he'll just get rid of it.
At this point in the second half, one mistake on fourth throw could doom your chances of a comeback. So that's the right call there to just throw that one away.
2nd and 10, 3rd quarter of the season opener. Back to throw. Allen. Allen going to run with it. And eventually taken down here. Great coverage downfield. It'll go in the books as a 7-yard loss on the sack. And it's third down. We'll see where they go for this play call. Obviously tough in this spot, backed up. Now on third and long, they'll look to throw. And the throw there going to be incomplete.
Had an open man that time, but ended up putting a little too much heat on it, don't you think, partner?
Absolutely. Just needed a touch more air under it. Instead, he fired an absolute bullet. And his kick is good. And that'll bring him back within 4. So they were facing the deficit coming out of the locker room at intermission, and at least they're able to get the field goal to cut into that deficit.
Yeah, now your offense feels pretty good about itself, right? A little bit more up to speed coming out of the break. You turn to your defense now and say, hey, we got 3 there. We're chipping into the lead. Can you help us out? Hold them. Let's get the ball back for us.
And he brings us out past the 20 to the 24. Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. They have played so strongly. You look at the scoreboard, you probably, with the way they played, you would think the margin would be a lot bigger, right?
You would.
And got his man complete. Down the right sideline. Touchdown, Washington. Trevion Henderson. Already his 2nd touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the Commanders are able to strike quickly to add on to their lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And that pushes the lead up to 11. The kickoff unit is out on the field, and they will send this one away. I couldn't take the chance. This will be returned from the goal line. And he'll be out of bounds across the 25. The San Francisco offense ready to start their next drive. And tough to win games if you're going field goal, field goal, field goal here. They got field goal last time. Now they'll be looking for a touchdown.
They're looking for the big chunk now because, as you noted, the field goal way of doing it makes it that much harder and puts more pressure on every possession for you now. Go ahead and get 6 and feel a lot more comfortable about the position they're in.
Bigger chunks. We'll see if they can get the score. 48 yards rushing for him now in the ball game. Ball on the 36 now. Here's 2nd and a couple. Operating from the gun. Allen. That one into the hands of Flowers. And he'll be out of bounds after getting this one across the 40. 7 yards there and a first down.
A little football 101 there. You just see the receiver try to run down the defender, meaning goes right at him, and really trying to move him a little bit towards the center of the field so he can put his foot in the ground and break to the out, to the sideline, and make a catch.
And that's going to be incomplete. Too tough to hold on to that one. It's 2nd down.
My first thought is surprise because that's one of the better tight ends around, and I've seen him pull in balls like this before. But how about a little credit to the defense forcing that incompletion?
A give to Barkley out of the gun. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. This offense in desperate need of a conversion as they come up on 3rd down. They'll try to run for it with Barkley. And good space to operate there as he takes this down inside the 35-yard line. 15 for the Niners there and a first down. Good push up front and that run in between the tackles.
Let's play the leverage game here. Offensive line just got lower than the defensive front, and they were able to get their pads on them and move them backwards and create space for their running back to roam.
Fourth quarter coming up here on Thursday Night Primetime. This is the National Football League on EA Sports. Back now here on EA Sports. It's 49er football, but some ground to cover. They find themselves behind as we hit the fourth and final quarter. From the 34 now, here's 1st and 10. Working out of the shotgun. Here's Allen. And that nearly their first pick of the game, but it falls down to the ground incomplete.
Offense was moving a little bit, out back on their heels, but they earn a brief pause by forcing the incompletion. That gives them a quick chance to regroup and try not to stand before they're backed up even further.
And he cannot avoid the pressure as the Washington pass rush gets home. Buried for the sack by big Jalen Carter.
And this dominant defensive performance continued on that play. This poor quarterback has now received the protection he needs and has had to pick himself up off the turf far too often.
That is caught by Bryant. And they're going to have another first down here as the tackle's made at Washington's 23. So the shotgun snap to Allen. And it's complete. In the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Tyler Warren. Already his second touchdown here in this opening weekend. And the 49ers have made it a one-score game again here in the fourth. All right, now a big two-point conversion attempt still to come. Allen will try to throw for it. And this is caught. They got it. And that could be an important 2 points. It gets them back within a field goal.
49ers 28.
So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. Oh, good return up past the 30. And able to return this one all the way out to the other side of the field across the 50.
In just about every special teams meeting, there's a discussion with the punter about his importance. Why? He can flip the field for your team defensively, moving deep into their own territory, or if you're backed up on offense, and he can hit a big punt and change field position and help his defense. In this case, though, field position got flipped by the return team. You can do it so many different ways on special teams.
The ball comes out on the hit, but they'll say it's incomplete.
I think he's as fine with that incompletion as a quarterback can be, in all honesty. He avoided his first sack of the game, and he did have a chance of connecting for yardage, just unable to on that throw.
Now it's 2nd and 10. From the gun, here's Williams. Oh, he's got a man wide open, complete. So they'll come up 1st and 10 now from the 33.
And the commander is first down.
To throw, Williams. Now he's going to step up and run. And this will be incomplete. Physical play on the football there, and it's 2nd down.
He's had a very nice day throwing the football, and I think on this play, he's just trying to buy some time so he can make another big throw downfield. Unfortunately, couldn't connect on that one.
And he's going to have this pretty close to a first down as the tackle is made at the Niners' 24.
The tackle made at the 24-yard line.
They'll try to run for it with Henderson. And some determined running there as he'll pick his way down to the 12-yard line. 44 yards rushing for him now on just 6 carries to this point. From down at the 12, it's 1st and 10.
1st and 10 at the 12-yard line.
Throwing is Williams. He's got his pass-catching tight end. That's Pitts. And he'll score. Touchdown, Commanders. Kyle Pitts, an 11-yard touchdown. And the Commanders get an important score there to extend their lead here in this fourth quarter. Gonzalez able to tack on the PAT. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Washington kick team back out there now as they will send this one away. This taken in right around the goal line. And he returns this to the 22. This is 1st and 10. Now Allen. That's complete. He's got Barkley out of the backfield. And he'll be out of bounds, but able to get it up past the 45. Clock management definitely critical here if they want to get back in this game.
Absolutely agreed. They have to up the tempo in this case, down a couple of scores. Want to make sure they have a chance to win this ball game.
Here's Allen to throw it. Throw caught by Flowers. And he'll be brought down on the other side of midfield at the 43. All 3 timeouts plus the 2-minute warning. Here's 1st and 10. Allen. It's reeled in downfield by Johnston. And he's going to be out down inside the 20 at the 15.
Well, so far, little to no resistance by the defense on this drive alone. 3 passes, 3 completions, 3 first downs. They're taking it to them, and it's paying off.
They'll come up 1st and 10 here. And again, it's Allen. Throwing the out route incomplete. That's Flowers. And so close, he gets it to the 1. Out of bounds right there.
Just picking up yardage in bunches here these last few plays. They have moved right down the field, and just like that, they're going to be set up with a 1st and goal.
Barkley will score. Touchdown, 49ers. So how about that for an answer? They get the touchdown there, and it's back to a 1-score game here in the 4th.
And that's what these guys have done all game long, because they've scratched and slashed their way to stay in this game. And by now, we should all realize they're not going away. Now the pressure again swings to their defense, because they're going to need to find some way to get the ball back.
Now the extra point up and good by Aubrey. And now things get a bit more interesting here in this 4th quarter. So after the touchdown, Aubrey now to kick this one away. And he'll be stopped up at the 25. Out there set and ready for this next drive, the Washington offense. To the air, Williams. Short throw caught by Pitts. And they're able to get this one across the 35. Less than 2 to play with just a field goal separating these two sides. And not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up 1st and 10. Out of the gun, they give to Henderson. And nothing but green grass here, middle of the field. Touchdown, Washington. Trevion Henderson with now 3 Week 1 touchdowns. And the Commanders use the big play to extend their 4th quarter lead. Gonzalez good on the extra point. And his guys will take a 10-point lead. Kick team out there for the Commanders as they send this one away. Taken at the goal line. And beyond the 20, but not by much. In fact, just a yard pass there to the 21. Here's 1st and 10. Now Allen. Now he'll top this and run. And Allen will have the 1st down as he's able to slide to avoid the contact at the end.
Let's give him the credit he deserves because he can really do no wrong. It's got to be demoralizing for a defense to have someone who can cut up your secondary all game long with his arm and then rip off a huge game like this with his legs. A championship effort, and that man under center.
And he's able to take it across midfield before going out of bounds. He's having a nice game through the air. His decision-making's been really good. Solid there again. Just seeing nothing downfield goes underneath. Nice game.
How about the patience? Because when you're having a big game through the air, you're looking for those chunk plays, those big ones downfield. Instead, as you noted, takes the check down, dumps it off, gains good yardage anyway. Really well executed.
Working the sideline there. Good route, good catch. 1st down, and he gets out of bounds.
They have to like the play call because you have to run some guys down the middle of the field to draw some of the defenders away. They can't just let them guard the sideline exclusively. That's how it's going to work. Sidelines and then completions to use the clock.
Complete to Johnston here. And this will be a gain of 6 when it's all said and done. Down to the 15 from the 21. To throw is Allen. Now he's going to step up and run.
I'm actually looking at this play with defensive eyes here, partner, because they were still laser focused on him after his earlier exploits on this drive. I think they went back to the well just a little bit too soon. He got across the line of scrimmage, but they certainly weren't giving up much more than that.
Throwing, Allen. Pass taken in by his big tight end. The 49ers now going to use the first of their timeouts, as the clock will stop with 55 seconds remaining in the football game.
At the 7-yard line.
Here's 1st and goal. Here's Allen. And this is intercepted, and that should do it. Picked up by Antonio Johnson. And the Commanders are going to get the football here as the ball will come out to the 20. Well, field goals probably aren't going to cut it at this point. This was touchdown or bust, and unfortunately for them, it turned out to be bust.
Yeah, they're feeling like they've got to force the issue here and maybe take some chances they wouldn't have earlier in the game. But give credit to this defense. They've really stood tall throughout, and they come up with the interception in the end zone.
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here.
What is it?
The defense can stop it twice more as they take a knee here. Well, partner, tonight was a great way to kick the season off. That before the game, probably as much pomp and circumstance to start a season as I can ever remember. And this is just game one of many to come sitting next to you. Really looking forward to it.
As am I. Great to be back in booth with you for another season. Great to get this year underway. You and I both know interesting is going to be the word. An extra week now as part of that newer 17-game season. What a fun opener tonight. We know the better games are still on their way, but I'm glad that we got started.
So for the Commanders, they begin the new campaign with a victory here in front of the home crowd in the Thursday opener. And they'll get a few extra days to get ready for next week. Meanwhile, for the Niners, they go down.
artist, handsome Lagosian. Name ring bells on both sides of the ocean. Falsetto finesse, swoon baby girl I wear out of the stretcher. She be like, you a part-timer, I'm an all-timer. You a viral artist, I will offline you. Stay far from y'all criers, bar for bar sire. Team full of stars and it all fire. I don't spill words, I Spielberg on a beat. Make a movie, yeah, it's the return of the G. Show them the way, cause they real nerds on the street like Braille. The way I make them feel words on the sheet. He's so good. She like, he's so good to me. He's so good. She like, he's so good to me. The sun gon' rise, the earth gon' spin. Toby gon' kill this beat, a chef gon' cook. You still don't get no looks. No better than Tech Bro Shook. Sticks and stones will break some bones, but your words can't hurt cause you ain't read no books. Stay woke, take notes. Joke, don't look shattered like broke glass. I'ma shine till they blind, pour the blinds out. You online making threats, make them sign out. I redefine routes. We the ones Chris Webber call a timeout. Around and find out. Around and find out. Around and find out. Got no respect for these dudes who doctor the message. The Jekyll on records, it's too late to hide out.